Chris Steele here at Steel Frags. Today, we're going to be looking at Joop or Joop Homme Wild. Now, this one is a banger. Mm, 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 mm. This is a banger. Now, this one, I got this one for a pretty good deal. I got it for about $35, $38, somewhere around there, sub 40. And this is just stellar. Now, if you know anything about the Joop 9, you know that the original Joop Home is a monster. It was a monster back in the day. That's Unk's fragrance. Okay, that's a old school player fragrance. That's what man, that was a club filler in the 90s. But this one is much different. It it is well, let's get into the notes first, okay? All right. We got pink pepper at the top. In the middle, we have rum. And in the base, we have white tobacco and woody notes. So it's very simple, but very, very nice. Okay, so let's get this on skin so I can give you guys full experience. Haven't worn it in a while. As you can see, atomizer is very nice. Let's give that a second. Oh, oh my goodness. So you get this really, really, really fresh sweetness, but it's not like the sickening sweet you get from the original Joop Home. This one, it has a sweetness, but it's toned down. I believe what you're smelling is almost like a sweet rum. So almost like Captain Morganish, like that kind of spiced rum kind of smell, but without the that alcohol burn. Now, I do smell some of that white tobacco because there's a certain there's a certain earthiness in it, just a little bit, and then there's the woody notes that come through, and those are not they're not that prominent. What you're getting mostly is almost like it's like a sweet, boozy, floral, slight spicy. Pink pepper is definitely there, but it's not overpowering. But that sweetness you get from this fragrance is just so sexy. It really is. I haven't worn this in a while, but whenever I wear this, man, it's compliments galore. Like I walk out the door and as soon as I pass somebody, man, you smell good. Man, you smell good. So I'm just here to let you know that your poem, your poem, that was the one back in the day. But don't sleep on your wild because it does live up to the name. This is a very just a very refined fragrance. Everything blends very well. Like I said, the rum, it's a sweet rum. It's not per se a boozy rum because when you hear the word rum, you think okay, it's going to be boozy. But to my nose, I'm not getting booze. I'm getting spiced sweetness, like a spiced sweet booziness, slight booziness, with the pink pepper really um, adding to the spice in the rum. If that makes sense. And then the white tobacco and woody notes in the base. Uh, that more or less is the what you get in the dry down. You start to get more of a woody kind of smell, but the sweetness is still there. I absolutely love sweet fragrances. Those are my favorite kind of fragrances next to like oud and different things like that. But I'm a sweet freak. So if it's sweet, I'm wearing it. And sweet fragrances will always get you compliments just as long as they're not overly sweet to the point where you're like giving people around you diabetes and stuff like that. Um, so I would definitely, if you find this, pick it up because this one I like better than the original, and I actually like the original a lot. I love the original. I actually gave away. I had a bottle of the original. It was a 6.7, and I gave it to my neighbor because I thought he'd like it. He loved it, but this one is a 4.2. I got it on Amazon for about $35, $38, something like that. and it was well worth it. I'm going to be rocking this all throughout the fall, winter, um, possibly summer nights. I could pull this off on a summer night. It's really not that heavy. You would think with it being part of the Joop Home line that it would be really heavy with the sweetness, but it's actually a very light, fragrant sweetness that mixes with the rum just beautifully. And then it's spiced at the same time. There's woody accords in the dry down. So this pretty much covers all your bases as far as compliment getting fragrances. It's fresh, it's sweet, it's spicy, it has depth. Oh, and let me get on the performance real quick. So I'm gonna let you know right now, this will perform. This does not perform like the original. The original, you spray that on, you're gonna smell like that for the next 10 years. You know, you you're gonna be you spray too many sprays of the original one, you're sending people to the emergency room. You're giving people asthma attacks. This one is still monstrous though. I get about a 7 to 9 hour longevity out of it, and excellent projection. Almost, I would say, an hour and a half of projection, which to me, that's really good. My fragrances, they last pretty long on my skin, but they don't always project. So an hour and a half of projection is more than enough for me. Sillage is monstrous. You get about, I don't know, like you pretty much get sillage almost completely throughout the entire life of this fragrance. By the time it dies down to a skin scent, the scent, at that point, it's maybe 6, 7 hours later by the time it's died down to a skin scent. So people will definitely smell this. So not only does it smell good, but people can smell it. And I'm telling you, man, this one right here, hey, if I get the chance, I'm getting a backup bottle, and I don't really do that too much. Usually I will rock my fragrance and then I'll move on to something else. But this right here, this is worth a backup action, baby. So if you like the video and you want to subscribe, feel free to do so. It helps with the content. Don't forget to like and be active in the comments, because I do respond to comments. I'm not a Hollywood YouTuber. I'm not going to put on fronts like, I'm just that important. If you got any questions, or you just want to correspond, or you just want to show love, please do. Please comment, because I'm here for you guys. Okay. All right. So that being said, peace. Stay blessed, y'all.